What's up? What's up? GONZ here with another special chef. Welcome in. Back at it. Mr. Bruce Waine in the building.
What's going on, you guys?
Y'all didn't think I was going to bring other chefs. Y'all thought I was just super selfish chef over here. Nah, I got to bring one of the homies back. Again, just want to thank all of you guys for submitting, and ladies too. I know it's never easy putting you under the burner, so to speak. I'm going to keep throwing every kitchen pun I can to everything. But yeah, little different kitchen that we're at today. But if it's your first time joining us, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to try to flip these samples. I know sometimes it can be a little difficult, but I appreciate it. Nevertheless, how it goes is I submitted to the Discord channel 3 samples, almost like on some Iron Chef kind of stuff, where you have the main ingredient that I want you to put in your sample flip, and then adding some extra seasoning and having some dessert on there too. And so I don't necessarily grade on putting all 3 in there, but it's worth it though, because if you do compile all 3 and make it sound nice, it could basically put you over the edge as far as who I decide the winner is going to be. And I don't have to be on the hot seat anymore because I got Bruce here with me to pick a winner as well. So without further ado, again, the winner will receive a Serato studio license as well as a $100 Sweetwater gift card voucher. You know, so there's got to be some prizes, you know. But without further ado, let's get right into it. And so I'm going to play what the main ingredient is here. So here we go. Kind of laid back kind of vibe.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
I love that synth.
Extra chill vibe.
Super.
On that. And so then as far as extra seasoning, I put none other than Stress's vocals from our new track on our new album that's going to be released soon.
Patient, live to tell the tale was stronger at the broken places. A life of quotes kept me afloat. The light, the God was sound, held the standard by oath.
And again, you don't have to use the whole vocal. I think there's like some people are having a misconception that I want you to use the entire thing. You do not have to. You can use it as like a Vox sample. You can take little segments and put it into like, say, a chorus that you prepared. So remember, it's extra seasoning. It's not the whole ingredient. So I'm not asking you to do the whole thing. And then because we're in that December time, I added this one specific sound from the Jazzy Jeff pack. That's it. a little Christmas bell.
Hey, spread a little holiday cheer.
Yeah. Anytime I would hear this on a Lord Finesse beat, I was about to hear the most gangster ass stuff. Just word of the wise on there. Anytime I heard that, or like anything beat nuts that had that bell in it, somebody was about to go grimy with it. So we're gonna go with our first contestant. Shout out to Vexo. He goes, used all ingredients and added additional items from the garden. I was going to leave out the extra seasoning, but I tried to make some wordplay fit towards the end. He was like, man, give me that seasoning, bro. I got this. So here is Vexo. I see what he did there. Okay.
Yeah.
I caught that. Okay. It took me a second. First off, that was dope.
Super dope. I like that.
I really like the change ups on it. It kind of gave me like Krongbin kind of vibes on there.
Okay.
I was curious when you were saying I'm going to try to make the wordplay fit. And then I heard the word, all I ask of you. Then you said loyalty, time. I was like, oh, you actually kicked the verse on there. I was like, yo, okay. Like that gave you some extra points.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Ninth Wonder and Little Brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Vexo killed that, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Vexo, man.
Yeah, man. Vexo, super dope. So this was just my post reference wise, cooking them shrimps on there. Get it. So now we have Frilent, another regular in here. Shout out to Frilent in the building. He goes through the main ingredient into a granulator to make the chord progression, then sprinkled all the other stuff over top of that. Perfect. All right. So here we have Frilent. Damn, bro.
That was dope.
Crazy.
That was dope.
What are your thoughts, sir?
Honestly, I'm a big fan of halftime. So anything that tempo and that slowed down, I love it. But I will say on the transitions, you know how I am about transitions. I do feel as though it could have been some dope drum fills in there. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have too much.
Yeah, I would say a little bit on that percussion fill. Not to say that the percussion you had wasn't like good, because I think you sprinkled that in really well. Mm-hmm. I really liked how the like vocal atmospheric parts made sense with the progression. Sometimes if you're doing that progression, we forget to adjust the key to that, and it could sound off on there. But I felt like on like waterbed style, like I'm on 30,000 thread sheet, thread count sheets, bro. Like jumping in lotion, man. That was so smooth with it, bro.
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Man, y'all ain't playing around. Every week, y'all always bring it. Every week. Oh, that is a hilarious
bro. I love it. I love it. Fresh Prince.
So we got the OG 4th Street Mega in the building. Shout out to 4th Street. He's just like, hey, bro, Will Smith, fire, gonna almost get burned. Let's just get right into it. And if y'all wondering why I keep looking up, it's because the screen's up. But they're trying to make sure we got everything in frame. So without further ado, is 4th Street.
So dedicated. Paint a picture of the sky, that's a dream worth chasing. The other side of the answer equals your destination. The world breaks everyone, given the occupation. Live to tell the tale was stronger at the broken places. A life of quotes kept me afloat. The light, the guide with sound held the standard by oath. No longer divided by oceans, we act as Wi-Fi. I built my own door, heard it knocking one rhyme. Word life, using our words to unite. Family members and strangers who was locked inside. Given the situation, I spent most of my time traveling the countryside in my mind, visualizing, painting the scripture. Really not surprising, even with death around me. Perseverance is fiction. My inner wisdom move only after knowledge hit 'em. Get the picture.
So dedicated, so dedicated, so dedicated, so dedicated.
We out pursuing the things in life that make us whole. Passionate about my craft, going for the gusto. Well, lots change, but some things are still the same. Pass no blame to walk of shame. Learn from it. Dedication to the art, pace running. But we see it to the end. Peace be upon you. Nah, I mean, in place but moved by loyalty, self-improve. Knowledge is wealth, I mastered ourselves. Be on the lookout, there's plenty ice to melt. Remove them in place, that energy upon the shelf. 10,000 plus hours with a story to tell. Who run it? In-house, my body chillin'. I'm thankful to God we made it. Forward building, plant a seed and stay on task. Success and short beat, flipping over my hourglass. Nobody ever said it would be fun, but now that you're here, rest easy, knowing I've done my best over the years with some. I've left in the middle of the night, sunrise, no stress. Short minds, way heavy, wrapped up in memories, maybe too many. The beat bang, and I overly insist you enjoy your stay, cause before too long it'll be the next day.
So dedicated, so dedicated, so dedicated, so dedicated.
That was 4th Street, man.
Dope.
What do you think?
I like that one. I like that one a lot. He used the whole verse. I mean, the whole.
Yeah,
You know.
I was gonna say, for like splitting hairs on certain parts is when it would go into say like the chorus when it's saying like so dedicated. If maybe you took some elements out of that section,
I agree.
To then really emphasize the horns, because once the horns comes in, it sounds really nice, but it clashes a little bit with the rest of your orchestration of that section, and then just nudging some of the vocals to make them fit. I kind of learned this term years ago from Bruce, as far as being in the pocket of your beat. And it's funny because I'm teaching my DJ students as far as like trying to fit the acapella to the beat. There's moments where it sounds really on point, and then there's sections that it's just slightly off a little bit. And it could be where I'm partially biased just because I heard the vocals over the beat that I made on it. But I would say on certain sections, take some things out and then emphasize like your orchestration on there. Mm-hmm. Overall, though, solid. It's just splitting hairs, and people always ask, hey, can you let me know some feedback? So yeah. But again, 4th Street always coming through all the time, so shout out to him. Next up, we have Soular. He said, chopped up the main chords and threw a few switch ups in with the vocals and other ingredients. So we have Soular.
Tell was strong. La 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 la. 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 La 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 la.
right, Soular.
Okay.
Sorry. To Frilent's point, like that bass line was dope.
Super.
Like it had a really dope groove. It gave me cartoon vibes. I'm gonna tell you any artist I think it feels like. So don't get mad at me, or you're like, hey, who's cartoon? I'll put you on Spotify with that. Solid. I think with that one, if you added maybe a little bit of maybe reverb processing on Stress's vocals, it might have fit a little bit better with the track. And just nudging it just a little bit on there. But when the chords came in with the bass line, I was like butter, bro.
Yeah, I rock with that one too. I will say, excuse me, I will say on the chords, just turn them down just a little bit, just because of the fact that towards the end, even me listening to overall, it kind of overtook the drums, which is not a bad thing. But I will say, especially like Gonz was saying, even when we have vocals into play, you know, you want to make sure that they're able to breathe as well, and you know, you're able to kind of fit those in the right pocket. But overall, like, you know, solid. I will say solid.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all making it tough every time. Next up we have, I'm gonna butcher this name. Shizoun, right? You would think.
Shizoun. I would say Shizoun.
So I know we butchered it all the way through. It is what it is. But I do want to say thank you for joining our community here. First time, as you put it, first time to cook up with us here. Here is my UK garage beat. Hope you like it. Let's go.
So dedicated. 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 We out with so many things that like to make us whole. Passionate about my craft, going for a gusto. A lot of change, but some things are still the same. Pass no blame, to walk with shame. Learn from it. Dedication to the art, pace blended. What we see is to the end. Peace be upon you. Know what I mean? Every place but move, my loyalty, self-improve. Knowledge is wealth, I'm mastering ourselves. Be on the lookout, there's plenty ice to melt. Remove and place that energy upon itself. So dedicated. 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 We out with so many things that like to make us whole. Passionate about my craft, going for a gusto. A lot of change, but some things are still the same. Pass no blame, to walk with shame. Learn from it. Dedication to the art, pace blended. What we see is to the end. So dedicated. So dedicated. So dedicated. So dedicated. So dedicated.
Yo, dope cook up. I will say, because I am a UK garage fan, love the shuffle, the beat, like the groove of that. Only thing I would recommend on that is just, I don't know if you did it in Serato Studio, is halftime the vocals. Because that would have fit really well. Really, really well. There's a section here. I'm trying to play it back.
So dedicated. Change, but some things are to the end. Peace be upon itself.
So like this part right here, what I would recommend is have everything filtered that's going low pass, except that vocal, to where you hear it, everything else is, you know, low pass filtered, and then everything comes back all at one time. But if you half timed it, I think it would have fit a little bit better because it feels rushed to the beat. Even though the beat itself is probably, if I had to guess, 138 BPM, give or take. Because the vocal, I feel like I keep stressing this as far as the acapellas. What I would recommend, and I don't know if you did this or not, whenever you're going to mess with acapellas, do splits, meaning where you actually split the verse away from everything else. I think because you have the whole vocal, you feel like everything's going to sit. But depending on how you're constructing the track, it might be where you need to move, say, the second verse a little bit up or a little bit behind, as opposed to just laying it on the track, trying to have the beat be synced to it, and then kind of hoping that it lands on there. Overall, it was really dope. I'm biased on UK Garage, but I thought the bounce was dope. It was just for me, if you like halftime the vocal, I think it would have sat a little bit better. But first time cook up, dope, real dope. I felt like I rambled on that. Just my thoughts, giving you my feedback, giving you guys my feedback on it. I don't know what your thoughts were.
Oh no, I mean I can honestly agree. I felt like the vocal kind of was a little bit rushed. Halftime for sure. Just because of the fact that you already double time with the drums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, UK Garage is always that up upbeat. So but to also add to what GONZ was saying on that section you were talking about, when you go into that filter with the drums and everything, honestly you could have delayed the vocals, right? Delay the vocal out. Did I do a delay out and let that breathe and then bring everything else back in?
That's true.
Don't be afraid, like he said, don't be afraid to chop up the vocals, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be afraid because, sometimes doing those chops will lead to other ideas as well.
Yep.
So,
like kind of what he would refer to, like if you're kind of doing like an echo kind of situation, like an idea. So he goes, that little ad lib, you could actually like bring up the volume a little bit so you can really hear it, and then do a long tail. You could do a long tail echo or a reverb combination where it's like, then do your filter, then bring everything back in. That's like a way you could do a build from there.
So you're giving the song some time to breathe. Yeah.
But again, we splitting hairs on here, but I know that's what you guys are looking for. So yeah, but solid submission. Yeah, love it. I love the variations that I'm hearing today. It's dope. Next up, we have Goukenbeats. Quick Sunday cook-up. Pitched the main sample down and chopped it. Also used some small parts of the vocals. I really like the dessert perk sample. Nice Christmas vibes. I'm glad you caught that. That's what I was going for. So, ho, ho, Serato.
So here we go. Macho Santa.
Yeah, right.
Day, 'cause before too long it'll be the next day.
Solid.
Yeah, I like
solid. Wow, that was dope.
I have to say, I like the variation of the synth.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. I love that.
It was almost like we said everything about the previous one, and it got implemented into this.
Man, I was thinking
So,
that. I was thinking that.
What we were referring to, there's a part
Cause
here.
before too long, it'll be the next day.
Like that vocal sit super well right there. All right, ready?
Be the next day.
See how there's that little bit of like processing, like it just gives it a tail. It doesn't just end abruptly. And also, you were very clever of muting everything and getting really accenting the I call it like vox, where he's like like those little things. You'd be surprised like how much it impacts the very next thing you're gonna introduce. That's something I learned a lot from like Bruce and our other homie Snoozy. Is I call it the game of ping pong, where like you hit it over the net and it's like a new element that's gonna happen. So it's like, okay, now I'm gonna just introduce the vox by itself and then bring this in, then introduce this by itself, then bring this in. So yeah, you did a really good job on that. Solid, bro.
Yeah,
really
like
solid, really good. Okay, damn, making it tough. Now we have Odie. Thank you for submitting, Odie. Here we go. Okay, I like the ending there.
Okay.
Solid, bro. I like those little drum. I'm just waiting for like Onyx to say something. I don't really have much on that. I think it was solid. It had enough variation for me to stay interested in it. And you used my Christmas bell. Like you followed it to a T, bro. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I always butcher this name every single time. I'm just going to have you send me an audio recording so I can just scratch it into my next beat so I'll never forget how to say it. I said a couple different ways. And you let me know. Ngva, Ngva, Ngva. I don't know. How would you say that?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought about Ngva. Yeah, Ngva is the one.
So just let me know. Let me know in the comment section on my YouTube channel, or give me an emoji with either a thumbs down or a thumbs up if I got it. But it says, good time, chef. These were beautiful samples. Man, appreciate that. So here we go. I like the ambience on that.
Right.
Didn't expect that turn at all on there.
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah, I was like, I'm in this like chill forest, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going into this tunnel. I don't know what's happening in this tunnel, bro.
Remind me of Adult Swim.
Yeah. Oh, Adult Swim bump for sure.
Like for sure.
Solid one. Ngva, NGVA, however you want to say it on there. Man, good submission, man. Okay, next up we have DJ LNYC. I recently got the update to Serato Studio. Thank you, Goukenbeats. Yes, thank you, sir. I'm really loving the new features. I was able to use all 3 of the great samples. I hope you like it. And again, also, feel free to let us know or let me know what you really like about the new features. If there's something that you don't like, feel free to let myself know, let Serato team know. They're really good at taking the feedback and requests from the community and, doing their darndest to try to implement those in newer updates. So, again, be constructive. Don't be just evil. Like, man, I hate this. Okay, but why? Just be a little bit more constructive on that. Because just being like, I don't like this doesn't help the next level. So, by all means, this rant was just about if you don't like something, be constructive. Let us know. And if you do like something, let us know. So, without further ado, we have DJ LNYC.
I've done my best. Nobody ever said it would be fun. In-house, 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 flipping. I've done my best. Nobody ever said it would be fun. In-house, 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 flipping. I've done my best. In-house, 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 in-house. Word life, word life. Nobody ever said it would be fun. Dedication to the art, paints running. Get the picture. Nah, I mean, we out. Peace.
Very, very creative on how you use the vocals.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Fantastic, yo.
I hear the DJism.
Wow. Yeah, very much so.
I love it.
It's staying true to the name.
For real.
At first, I would feel like some people think like there's too much going on, but you had a good way of having everything fit. Even though there's a lot going on, I didn't feel lost. And that can be very challenging because I'm notorious when I was trying to like get into making more beats, like making stuff so complex that I would lose the listener. And I think we're all guilty of that.
Of course.
At some point where we're trying to impress the next producer. So we're like, I'm going to throw everything in the kitchen sink plus the extra oranges and the lemons that I have in the back of the closet. Just throw everything in there. I was really curious of like how there's like a specific sound in here. That right there. I was like, how are you going to keep implementing that in there? And it was where it wasn't loud enough that it would distract me from everything else. Because usually if I hear something that has like a lot of high frequencies in it, it can tend to have me tune out because it's like too harsh to my ears. But that actually worked out. But I really was impressed on the vocal placement of how you play Stress's vocals in that. Mm-hmm. I thought it was really, really, really creative on that.
That's why I say the DJism. You hear it?
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff. Yeah.
I want to say too that vocal sample, not Stress, but the
yes,
the singing, that one right there. I like that. It was very, very different. Yeah. I will say that when Stress came back in, or you brought that in with Stress, I will say the pocket of it could have been a little bit better. Yeah. But in more so in the sense of maybe just kind of panning. You could use panning. You can also maybe could have filtered it just a little bit more, or maybe put some reverb on it. Just kind of switch it up because it does fit. You're able to put vocal chops on other vocals. It's just all about how you place it.
And just know that in studio you can automate the panning to do that. Where like say you're going into like the fourth bar of that beat, you can have it where he's pan left, pan right, but automate that. Yeah, no, solid. Yeah, really, really dope. Next up, we have All One. Said, hey, all, really long time since my last submission. All good, fam. Glad I found the time to hop on a session again. All right, we got. Oh, he goes, sheesh, hope I'm not too late. No, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
That was dope.
I'm a drummer, so yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, you really carried that as far as like your drum programming. Like,
For real.
did an awesome job, and great use of just getting a piece of that sample and really morphing it into something different, and giving it a different type of bounce than what is originally like I originally gave you guys. Yeah, it's like wong. You gave it like a little wave kind of bounce to it, and then the drums just really carried it all the way through.
Yep.
But at the same time, there was parts where you took a lot of elements out and did kind of like this little reverse and then quick little snare fills, and it goes right into it again. It was dope.
It's kind of like that ping pong you were talking about.
Exactly. That Forrest Gump ping pong. What's up? Solid one. Damn. Always making it difficult. Okay. C.O.B. in the building. Here we go. C.O.B. That was a vibe.
It was.
Dope cuts on there too. It wasn't overstaying its welcome. It fit the pocket really well. We're gonna keep saying pocket. I don't care what y'all say. It's just a good word. A good word for it.
Trust me, you'll hear it a lot the more you get deeper into the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Not much to say on that, bro. Smooth.
Another Adult Swim.
Yeah, exactly. Now we got an OG in the building, Mr. Etalon Beats. Said, made a Noisia-inspired beat today. Used all the samples. Did not stream this time. Catch the cold. Oh, snap. My bad, bro. Hopefully you're feeling better. Enjoy. So we have Mr. Etalon Beats.
Time. The broken sound. The broken sound. Time.
Filthy.
Yo, that went left. Seriously, I like that.
I loved it.
Remind me of Fabian Missouri a little bit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
You and Snoozy would definitely make a good
For
combination.
Sure.
Our homie Snoozy does sound design like you do sound design. It's a whole nother level.
For real.
I would really like you guys to link up because I think you guys would make some wild stuff.
Yeah.
There's a certain technique that you do as far as, I call it the vacuum fill, where everything goes. It's all basically you reverse it, but I call it a vacuum. It sounds like everything's just getting sucked into the vacuum. It's like boom, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. I'm a sucker for that. He showed me as far as doing like reverses on drums, like a little technique to do to really emphasize a certain like hit of your snare or your kick drum, is to do like a little reverse, almost like a whip effect on there. Man, good stuff, Etalon.
Dope.
Hopefully you're feeling better. Hopefully you drank, ate a lot of chicken soup. Next up, we got another OG in the building, Mr. Last Call. This was definitely a challenge, but a good one. Shout out to GONZ and all the chefs. Yes, sir. Here we go.
All right. Last call. Nobody ever said it would be fun. Painting the scripture, really not surprising. Nobody ever said it would be fun. Painting the scripture, really not surprising. Nobody ever said it would be fun. Nobody ever said it would be fun. Painting the scripture, really not surprising. Nobody ever said it would be fun.
All right, last call. I would say you definitely picked a really good like drum kit to really get nasty on it. Where you could have did a couple little extra double up snares or kicks and implement some extra instrumentation in between like the vocals, whether it's like a bass line, maybe doing some type of glide in between, just something to like really keep it going. I don't know your thoughts.
No, I can agree
on
for
there.
sure. Most definitely was cool. I think simplicity is always key, but at the same time you want to keep that kind of like how GONZ was describing the ping pong effect. It's more so just adding in like extra things to keep the energy going.
Yeah. And
also it's like a build up too, It's like the roller coaster, you take him here, and we come down, and you come here, he's like, you excited? Okay, cool. Let me calm you. Excited and then calm, But overall, like I think this, the track is solid though.
Yeah. The vocal just shifted just a little bit on there. It was like a little off. So like when I would hear the echo, the echo kind of landed off on there because of how the placement was on the vocal. Again, it's not by much. Like I'm trying to stress that you guys, when I describe that your vocal just needs to be shifted a little bit, it's not an extreme like, oh my God, it sounds completely terrible. No, it's just where he hits on a certain mark, and so you're trying to emphasize those specific hits as well. So I can tell if it's starting to seem like it's a bit off from there.
Also, I just want to say, to add what GONZ was saying earlier about the drums, the drum kit, don't overthink whenever you guys are doing fills.
Yes.
Because of the fact that you could literally take the snare that you're using, and you can pitch it down, and then just use you could do like a double, exactly right there. Pop, 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 pop. Like you did it right there, right? And then do another one, pop, 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 pop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said it would be
Extra hi-hat. We're the dot crew right now.
Right. Yeah.
Just little subtlety. It's all in the details. Mm-hmm. All in the details.
And then also too, whenever you do those fills, take out other things, because then that helps give that energy too. Whenever you do those fills.
Yes, sir. But overall, solid last call. I'm proud of you, man. I know it's been busy weeks, but you're submitted, man. So I love it. Love it. So I believe we are at our last one here. Shout out to KOVA. It's been a minute, bro. I know. It goes ho ho ho. Long time since my last sub. A little bit too late. Actually, you're not. So it's great that you jumped back in here, man. It's awesome. So we got KOVA. Smooth, bro.
Very smooth.
Yeah, nailed it, bro. Loved it. It had it smooth, Adult Swim in the place. Adult Swim, where y'all at?
For real.
Hit up these boys over here. And that is it. Wow, okay. You guys make it tough every time. Man, who am I going to pick? Thankfully, it doesn't have to just be me this time. But again, I want to say thank you all for submitting. Again, it's not easy. And if it's your first time, it could be a little nerve-wracking because you feel like Gordon Ramsay's going to be like, man, what is this? Get this up out of here. No, not at all. If anything, this is just more almost kind of holding you accountable. We're trying to stay consistent and just seeing your progression. This is like basically a really good exercise in just learning how to finish a track, even if it's, a minute, whatever, and trying to stay consistent, and then trying to develop and hone in your skills and really just seeing where you left off from the weeks prior on there. That's what I really like about this community. We're not here to poke fun or hate or anything like that. We just want everyone to have fun, cooking up. That's the whole point of this thing. I always do this every time. Because I'm like biding my time on who I'm going to pick as the winner. But again, the winner is going to get a Serato Studio license, a $100 gift card voucher from Sweetwater, and the respect. The respect. Whoa. And yeah, so in the next video, you're going to find out who the winner is. Keep submitting. Keep giving me your feedback on things. And with that, keep cooking up, chefs. Shout out to my boy, Bruce.
Much love, y'all.
Came in, an extra chef here, cooking it up. And with that, you guys take care. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
GONZ here. Here is my submission that I made. I'm just going to go through all the steps I did to make it. So I have here the main ingredient sample. I have it pitched down, -2. And it kind of already gave me some chops because typically it'll do that when you bring in the track. And I kind of found this little section here. Again, I put the tempo at 160, though it has it at 110. Again, I was trying to go drum and bass, so it kind of went that route. And I have it at -2. So this is the chop I ended up creating with this. Let me solo this real quick. Hit solo here. I just like how that groove just felt. just went with the feeling. More than a feeling. So I had that. As far as on the drum, I just added the bell, the Christmas bell, really. It was just that. I added it to every like third hit. Just something to stay constant, but not in the way for the most part. And then I had this like pad that was here. Try to bring that up just a little bit here. Go back here. Okay. Whoops. I know by itself it sounds utterly ridiculous, but in context of the section, it actually worked. I had these little kind of percussion elements. And again, I'll bring this volume up just a little bit. It's kind of quiet there. I'll bring this back. Just something to keep a groove constant. And then I had this here. That one was actually pretty dang loud. A little drum groove there. This little shaker here. Oh, let me solo that. Always like that kind of 16. So this. That's pretty much the basis of the groove was that. And then for the vocal, I just used this little section, little dedicated section, for some parts of it at least.
Peace be upon you.
And then just put 2 echoes on there. Now I can go infinity echoes. Sounds like a new Avengers movie, but I just felt like I needed 2 for that. And then on here, another little shaker. And then a kind of little, this accented little synth. Wouldn't feel like D&B without some type of little blip sound at some point. And then a little break beat. Really filtered it. Just wanted to add a little extra layer to the many layers of the drum. And then near, I would say kind of the chorus section, I had this little trumpet. Just really liked how that sounded. Did some hella reverb on it. But it just, I enjoyed how that sounded. And then I had this little vocal little harmony that I found. Only kept that part. And then this was a bass that is in Serato. It's called Infamous Bass. So I have that on a lower tone. I didn't want to go crazy Reese bass with it, so I went with that one, and this also grunge bass, which could be a little bit menacing on there. I kind of was going back and forth between them, seeing which one I was kind of digging. I have this other little effect here. That there, and then that as well. And then in Arcade, I used the studio keys. It's like a newer kit that they released. Really dope sounding keys. So I kind of use that little part right there. That's all the ingredients. I know that was a big ingredient setup right there. So this was kind of like the setup here. Oh, I know it's gonna be loud as hell. Bring that down a little bit. There we go. So again, started with this scene here.
Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. Amen.
So I know in the videos I was really talking about getting those vocals to really sit. So with this one, you would assume that I would start this here because this is the downbeat. But if I did that, it would not sound right.
Paint a picture in the sky, that's a dream work.
As an example, this is what I have it originally. If I put it here.
Paint a picture in the sky, that's a dream worth chasing. The other side of the answer equals your destination.
It's not bad, but the cadence of how he flows doesn't fit right. So he actually hits here.
Paint a picture in the sky, that's a dream worth chasing.
This is always going to be a challenge when you're first getting into using acapellas, is like really knowing where he's rhyming on the downbeat or someone is singing, is where in the song these words are landing. So I always recommend to get the original track, listen to it, and create context clues of what words are landing on what downbeats and use that as a reference when you're applying it to your own remix. So regardless of what tempo you're setting it to, minus, of course, having it gridded out, you'll start noticing like those words will hit on a downbeat and it will still fit regardless of what tempo you're setting it to. So it's just something to keep in mind on there. So now we go into scene 2. I introduced the bass line in there. No longer divided by oceans, we act as Wi-Fi. I built my own door, heard it knocking one rhymes. So that repeats, and then go to scene 3. Word life, using our words to unite. And again, for this situation, I was just really trying to make sure that things were kind of sitting correctly in a pocket. I know I keep saying that word in past videos, but it really is about trying to keep this in a specific groove. So I made, 3 distinct chops on this vocal just to make sure everything was sitting right. And so once I felt like I had that first one, I basically would create another scene, make it go to that one and see where it lands, create a cue so I can really adjust what I needed to. Meaning I created one point with the acapella here, and I'm going to pretend, I made scene 2 with nothing in it. While this is going, I would press this, I'll press a cue button to create a new one so that I knew exactly where it was going to hit on the one and then adjust for that. Again, I don't just let this ride all the way. If it sounds like it's off, I want to know where and then do adjustments. I know that was a lot of verbiage there, but basically what I'm trying to say is get full control of this section. So if it's sounding good here, and then on your next scene, it's sounding off, find where you think it starts and start kind of playing around with that first bar and see what you need to do to get this word to fit correctly in there. It'll save you a lot of headache.
Word life, using our words to unite.
So then I go into here. Oh, my bad. I go to scene 3.
Word life, using our words to unite. Family members and strangers who was locked inside. Given the situation, I spent most of my time traveling the countryside in my mind.
So at the end of that, I did an automation echo. So go to the robot so you can see what's happening there. Go to here. This was on scene 3. No, scene 4. Go near the end. So I did a echo, effects 1 over here. And I turned it on here at the very end, because that's the only time I wanted that echo to happen. But again, I wanted it to carry over to the next scene, which my next scene is scene 4. So I had to make sure that I still had it on so that I could hear it. Because if I don't, you don't hear the rest of that echo.
Word life, using our words to unite. Family members and strangers who was locked inside. Given the situation, I spent most of my time.
It's going to go over to the next one part. It gives me enough carryover on there. So then from there, introduce the other elements. At first it was pretty loud, so I had to bring it down a little bit on that trumpet. We go to scene 8. Added that little blip sound just for some little character for that part. Again, it's like little subtleties. There too, I introduced it. Like again. Go to scene 9. This is when I bring the bass back in. So what I ended up doing was kind of doing a call and response with the bass lines. So I'm going to highlight both of these. So that one go boom, 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 ba doom, bo do do doom, doom, da doom, boom, 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 bo do do doom, doom, da doom, do 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 boom. And with it, I did with quantize off because I just wanted to have a little off-kiltered kind of bass line with it. So from there, we have that. Then going into scene 5, let me unsolo that. That's why I started adding those little extra layers. Like that vocal's not super loud, but it just fit when I tried it. It's all about just attempting things and seeing what kind of sticks. For this creation process, it really is throw it up against the wall and see if it might work. You just never know. Then made one more scene to end it. So I'll typically add an extra scene that doesn't have anything in it. I made a video a couple years back called Ghost Scenes, which I might find a new name for it, or they might have an update where it when you export, it saves all that information so you don't have to make an extra scene so that you can hear all the spillover from there. But yeah, just added that scene at the end. And yeah, that's my flip breakdown. Kept it pretty simple. I know some people are like, oh, that's a lot of tracks. How is that simple? But for the most part, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's more drum tracks than anything. It's just layering all the drums. But you just have to be real cognizant of where they're placed, how loud they are, and if you need to pan them. That'll be truly how you'll get it to really fit. If it's sounding like way too loud over everything else, just start bringing volumes down and keep the main strength of the drum apparent on there. So next video, you're going to hear my flip in its entirety. Again, thank you to all my chefs cooking it up with myself and everyone else in this community. You guys have been awesome. And see you on the flip side. Peace.
Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon you. Nah, man. Paint a picture of the sky, that's a dream worth chasing. The other side of the answer equals your destination. The world breaks everyone, given the occupation. Live to tell the tale, we're stronger at the broken places. A life for quotes kept me afloat. The light that guide with sound held the standard by oath. No longer divided by oceans, we act as Wi-Fi. I built my own door, heard it knocking one rhyme. Word life, using our words to unite. Family members and strangers who was locked inside. Given the situation, I spent most of my time traveling the countryside in my mind.